Hey everyone, I'm Sendoh, and today marks exactly 4 months since the last update of the Armory Pass. Yes, time has really flown by, and it feels like it was just yesterday when they released the new Train Collection or the Fever case, but right now we're getting closer and closer to receiving an update to the pass, and recently some leaks started to appear about a possible auction system for skins or items, and today we're going to talk about that, because it's becoming increasingly important to start saving our stars, since the better prepared we are, the better. But before we begin, here's a message from the video's sponsor. Tired of your skins and want to sell them? Or maybe you're looking to upgrade your inventory? Well, today's video is sponsored by SkinFlow, a skin marketplace where you can sell your entire inventory in just a few clicks. Simply select your skins, choose your payment method, and that's it. Once the trade hold ends, you'll receive your payout instantly. And if you use the code sendoh, you'll get an extra 2% bonus on your inventory valuation. Thanks to the level system, the more you sell on the site, the more rewards you'll earn. But don't worry if selling isn't your thing. SkinFlow also offers a skin trading system with a massive stock. Make sure to check out SkinFlow. Since the launch of the first Armory Pass, hundreds of thousands of skins have been obtained. A lot of people have managed to make a good profit, and above all, the most forward-thinking individuals have made a good amount of money simply by having one key virtue: patience. When we had been stuck with the same Armory Pass for nearly half a year, expectations for something new were high, but at the same time not many people actually believed something new would come out, and they spent their stars trying to get the best skins from the collections available at the time, thinking that if the pass got updated, those skins might disappear. But for now, that hasn't been the case. The people who saved a large number of stars during that time were the ones who got the most profit out of the new Fever case. After spending everything they'd saved for months on that case, they were able to sell them for more than €3 each just a week later, so they made a lot of money simply for having saved their stars, for being forward-thinking. And right now, it's definitely not a bad time to do the same, because an update to the pass could be coming to CS2. For a few months now, Valve has allowed charm models to be published on the Steam Workshop, which clearly shows their intention to release new collections of this type of item. In fact, some of the charms right now look amazing, and anything that means more money for Valve is something they love. But at this point, it seems like the next pass could include a system where players could spend a lot more stars than usual. And that's exactly why it's so important to save up as many stars as possible for when that day comes, because Valve is working on an auction system inside the Armory Pass. At first, we might imagine these auctions would work similarly to real-life auctions. That is, they release a skin or item, and whoever spends the most stars gets that virtual item. But of course, we have to consider the fact that the game is flooded with farming bots, so if they only released one item per auction, the bots would almost always win. That's why it seems like this system will be slightly adapted to avoid those kinds of situations. From what we know, an item will appear in the Armory Pass for which users can deposit as many stars as they want. If your bid turns out to be the highest, you win that specific skin. But it's also possible that users who matched that same bid could also get it. If you don't win, you'll have to wait a few hours until the skin shows up again in the bidding system. This means that the skin won't just appear once in the auction system, instead it'll be a kind of rotation where different skins or items will appear over time. If they made a system where a skin was only available once and was full exclusive, Valve wouldn't make a cent from it, because it would be sold at insane prices outside the Steam market. The whole point of this is to create a system where people can spend more than 4 stars to get a skin, while also giving the impression that the item is more exclusive. We still don't have many more details about this system, but the idea that we'll have a system where users bid to get cases, skins or charms is practically certain, and that's why it's so important to save up as many stars as possible. Maybe when the auction system is officially released in-game, it will have changed a bit. Right now, according to the leaks, it's unclear whether only one person will win the skin or several, but obviously the people who have saved the most stars will be the ones who can benefit the most. If you're one of the first to win a skin through auction, the price you'll be able to sell that skin for a week later could be incredible. So the fastest and most forward-thinking will make the most profit. To prevent these auctions from going for ridiculous prices, Valve might set a star limit, meaning I don't think they'll want someone to bid 150 stars for a simple charm. But hey, you never know, and that's why the more you save, the better. If you have an active pass right now, it's best to start saving everything for when an update to the Armory Pass arrives. And as I said, even if the auction system doesn't come out now, it could arrive later, but just by saving your stars, you're already putting yourself in a position to profit. That's all for today. As always, any new CS2 news will be right here on the channel, so don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sendoh and I'll see you next time. Peace.